Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn AI with Jay. Let me ask you a simple question. When you check the weather and see dark clouds outside, can you say with complete certainty that it is going to rain? Probably not. But you can say there is a good chance it will rain. And that simple idea is exactly what probability is all about. Now you might be wondering, why should an AI engineer or a generative AI developer care about probability? Here is something interesting. Every time ChatGPT generates a response, every time Netflix recommends a movie, every time Gmail detects spam, and every time a machine learning model makes a prediction, probability is working behind the scenes. In fact, without probability, modern AI would not exist. So, in today's video, we are going to understand probability from an AI perspective, why it is so important, how machine learning uses it, how generative AI depends on it, and some interview questions that can help you in AI and machine learning interviews. By the end of this video, you will understand one of the most important mathematical foundations of AI. So, let us get started. Imagine you are tossing a coin. Before the coin lands, there are only two possible outcomes. It can be heads or it can be tails. Since both outcomes are equally likely, the probability of getting heads is 50%, and the probability of getting tails is also 50%. That chance of an event happening is called probability. In simple words, probability tells us how likely something is to happen. The value of probability always lies between 0 and 1. A probability of 0 means an event will never happen. A probability of 1 means an event will definitely happen. And anything in between represents different levels of uncertainty. Now, here is where things become interesting. The real world is full of uncertainty. AI systems rarely have complete information. They have to make decisions based on available data. For example, when an email arrives in your inbox, an AI model analyzes it and may say there is a 95% probability that this email is spam. Notice something important. The AI is not saying the email is definitely spam. It is saying that based on the available information, spam is the most likely outcome. This is exactly how AI thinks. AI works with probabilities, not certainty. Let us take another example. Suppose a bank wants to detect fraudulent transactions. An AI model might predict there is a 98% probability that this transaction is fraudulent. The bank can then use that information to decide whether additional verification is needed. Again, the decision is driven by probability. This is why probability is one of the most important concepts in artificial intelligence. Now, let us talk about conditional probability. The name sounds complicated, but the idea is very simple. Conditional probability means the probability of something happening when we already know another piece of information. For example, if you know that it is raining outside, what is the probability that people are carrying umbrellas? It becomes much higher because you already know it is raining. That is conditional probability. And this concept is used everywhere in AI. Spam detection systems use it. Fraud detection systems use it. Recommendation systems use it. Medical diagnosis systems use it. One of the most famous machine learning algorithms, naive Bayes, is built entirely around probability and conditional probability. Now, let us move to another important concept called Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem helps us update our predictions when new information becomes available. Think about a doctor diagnosing a patient. Initially, the doctor may believe there is a low chance of a disease, but after seeing test results, that probability changes. Bayes' theorem helps calculate the updated probability using the new information. This idea is used in healthcare, cybersecurity, recommendation engines, search systems, and many machine learning applications. Now let us connect probability with machine learning. When a machine learning model learns from historical data, it is essentially learning patterns and estimating probabilities. For example, an online shopping company may want to predict whether a customer will purchase a product. The model might predict there is a 90% probability that this customer will buy the product. There is a 10% probability that the customer will not buy the product. Based on these probabilities, businesses make smarter decisions. Now let us connect probability with generative AI. This is where things become really exciting. Many people think large language models know answers the way humans do. That is not actually what happens. When you type a prompt into Chat GPT, the model predicts the most probable next word. For example, if I say artificial intelligence is changing, the the model calculates probabilities for thousands of possible next words. Maybe the word world has the highest probability, so it selects that word. Then it predicts the next word, and then the next one, and the next one. This process continues until an entire response is generated. So, every answer generated by a large language model is essentially a chain of probability calculations. That is why probability is one of the foundations of generative AI. Now, let us look at a few interview questions. Question 1. What is probability? Probability is the measure of how likely an event is to occur. Its value ranges from 0 to 1. Question 2. Why is probability important in AI? Probability helps AI systems make decisions under uncertainty and estimate the likelihood of different outcomes. Question 3. What is conditional probability? Conditional probability is the probability of an event occurring when another event has already occurred. Question 4. What is Bayes theorem? Bayes theorem is a mathematical formula used to update probabilities when new information becomes available. Question 5. How do large language models use probability? Large language models generate text by predicting the most probable next word or token based on the context. Let us quickly recap what we learned today. Probability measures uncertainty. AI systems rely on probability to make decisions. Machine learning models use probability to make predictions. Conditional probability helps AI understand relationships between events. Bayes' theorem helps update predictions using new information, and large language models generate text by continuously predicting the most probable next word. If you want to become an AI engineer, machine learning engineer, data scientist, or generative AI developer, probability is a concept you cannot afford to skip. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to Learn AI with Jay, and share it with someone who is starting their AI journey. Also, let me know in the comments which AI topic you would like me to cover next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.